Fair use allows to distribute, reproduce, and show clips for criticism, commenting, reporting, teaching, and research of copyrighted material without authorization of the copyright holder.
Excuse me, where are all the shoes?
Girl, the sale started at 6 a.m.
Well, girl, it's only 8:20.
Hey guys, it's Jared. We're taking a look at the Mark of the Beast promotion by today's popular society. Now this is done in many ways, subliminal messaging or desensitization, making it commonplace. But the truth stands. The Bible warns those who have understanding in Revelation 13:18. The number is 666. As children of God, we must be vigilant against the workings of this world and its preparation to accept the Antichrist system.
Hear what you've been missing. Introducing the world's first laptop built for music. Only HP has Beats Audio inside. It's the laptop remastered.
Using the universal language of music and the wonder of modern technology to take our message to the greatest possible audience. This evening's concert features artists from all over the world. Together, we can find aid and ensure a more secure future for everyone.
This is an anti-AIDS campaign which is using the combination of Mandela's prison number 4664 and the year he was in prison, 1964. The way they put it together is 46664. Now the desensitization factor is there, getting the world used to 666 being for good, but the fact that the slogan is, "It's in our hands," should be an eye-opener to the believer of the Antichrist spirit. And the way they're getting that number in our hands is by selling gold and silver bracelets with the number etched into them. See guys, we're basically paying for the Mark of the Beast right here. The way they're marketing it to the masses is by Hollywood once again. Our society today idolizes these figures. There are followers of the Will Smiths, there are followers of the Brad Pitts of society, and the Illuminati puppets like the Jay-Z's, Kanye West, Beyonce, they're all a part of this too. These are the same people who brought you President Barack Obama, guys. One thing that's really interesting is Richard Branson, the billionaire from Virgin Mobile, is wearing the mark on his forehead at some events. In the Bible, it clearly states that they will wear the mark on their forehead and in their right hand. But it's no surprise seeing that in photo shoots, he also throws up the same 666 symbology that a lot of the musical artists are doing. The desensitization is also being done with the products we use. Cold and allergy medicine is also a good thing. They put the Mark of the Beast on it to have us associate that number with anything but Satan. The barcode is on every product that we buy, and they all carry the 666. This world is fallen, and materialism is a tool used by the beast system. We're going to take a look at the Monster Energy drink and some of the hidden symbolism in that product.
You look and see Monster Energy, reminds you of the drink. You see basically 3 claw marks, right? These are the first few letters of the alphabet if you start in the Hebrew alphabet. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, and Vav. Unique thing about the Hebrew language, for every letter, you also have a number. So if I write Vav, 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 have I drawn anything recognizable? Now, what's the name of the drink? Once you understand something, get a grip on it, and it starts to make sense. On the back of the can, unleash the beast. Now, what is the odds that there's a coincidence that they name a drink the Monster, and on the back of the can they write unleash the beast? You see the design of how that mark is made with the left? That is an intentional put in there because it's a Vav, which in Hebraic numerology is simply, if you add those together, it's 666. Then they name the drink Monster, and right on the back of the can, unleash the beast.
You guys, the closer and closer we get to the end times, the more and more blatant this symbology and the promotion of the beast system, the number of the beast is going to get. L'Oreal has a hair product out right now called 6.66 Babylon for red fiery hair. Do you think this would have happened decades ago. No, guys, people would have said 666. No, get out of here. That's the devil's number. But right now we've been desensitized so much where things like that come up, and nobody bats an eye. And it's only going to get worse. This is the red carpet event to a store called Bond 666, which is all about selling clothes to bad girls and promoting an evil lifestyle. Google Chrome changed their logo from the original one to one that makes the representation of 666. Comics and cartoons are a way that they are reaching the youth of this generation right now. The 666 symbolism on the forehead, the 666 symbolism in a mask with an all-seeing eye in the middle. Disney is another huge one. I know you guys may think that this 666 is a stretch, but if it's such a stretch, why do they have Mickey Mouse's head made out of the same 666 on many of their stores? And let's really think about this. God warns us of the world, and Disney is the world. They own all the cartoon characters from Mickey Mouse to the princesses. They got Pixar. They just bought Marvel and Star Wars. If you're a kid in this generation, you have to watch Disney. And God told us to stay away from witchcraft, sorcery, magic. But we put a cartoon face on it and it's good? No, it's still evil. It's still against Christ. It's still witchcraft. It's still of Antichrist. The Simpsons is another show that constantly has subliminals for the number of the beast. These clips right here shows the subliminal for the 666 number. And our subconscious takes in mental images of everything that we see. If we're constantly filling it up with the number 666 or the mark of the beast, that's how this desensitization process is taking place. After this clip, we'll take a look at a church that's having its members get the mark of the beast. The world is already ready to get the number 666 tattooed on them.
In a tattoo parlor on trendy South Beach,
Is it the 666 really big? Yeah.
sat the daughter of the man who claims to be God.
He's back. He's here to teach us that we should reign in life, that there is no sin, and today we're honoring him with this symbol.
Joanne de Jesus is one of several dozen members of a religious sect called Creciendo en Gracia, or Growing in Grace. They were tattooed on their arms, ankles, even their necks with 666, the biblical sign of the Antichrist. Why? Because their spiritual leader says he is the Antichrist, not the embodiment of evil, but rather the second coming.
666, Antichrist, means do not put your eyes on Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Put it in Jesus after the cross.
And that's you.
That's me.
Andy says the word Antichrist is a bad translation of a word that actually means the new Christ. In an interview with us in September, he declared,
I do greater things than Jesus of Nazareth. Much greater.
now sporting his new tattoos.
6, 6, 6. Triple S. Ah.
De Jesus says those expecting the second coming of Christ on a cloud with angels have misinterpreted what Jesus himself said.
He said it. You won't see me anymore because he will come in another body, which is me.
Now this guy is not the actual Antichrist. He's one of the false Christs that Jesus Christ talked about with his disciples in Matthew when he described the coming at the end of the age. He told us of these signs so we could prepare our hearts for the trials to come, protect ourselves from the tricks of this world, speak truth to those who are in darkness, and await our Savior's return. If you're not a Christian, you don't have to go into these uncertain times in darkness. God warns of all these things in the Bible and gives an answer to all of it. If you are a Christian, as we remove ourselves from the world, surrender our hearts to God, and allow the Holy Spirit to work in us, God will use us to fulfill His will in this hour.